know I wrote a book, right? It's called Buy a Game, and it's free. Click the link down there. You got it.
DreAllDay.com.
People ask, how do I find my focus? How do I stay away from distractions? How do I stay focused on my goals and not get sidetracked by negativity, not get sidetracked by other people, not get sidetracked by my failures and setbacks? How do I not get sidetracked by other things going on that I could do, but I know is not important as the main things that I'm doing? How do I find this focus and just stay focused 100% of the day, 100% of my life, and stay away from negative thoughts, negative people, negative situations, negative outcomes? How do I make that happen, Dre? I'm going to tell you in this scope right now how you're going to make that happen. And then I'm going to upsell you on my program, Bulletproof Mindset, which is coming April 1st. But first, let's talk about this right here, which is how to find out what truly matters in life. And we all know, we all have heard, if you ever listen to some successful person, whoever you consider to be successful, writing a book or write a blog post or get interviewed, and they ask them, hey, what did you find out as you went on your path that's different from what you thought at the beginning? What's up, D. Wiggins from Memphis, Tennessee? So we got a couple people from Tennessee in here, a couple people from Memphis in here. What did you find out? And a lot of times, have you ever heard people say, what's going on, Coach Kev? Yes, thank you for the hearts. Thank you for going ham on the hearts. Keep going ham. 500 hearts. After 500, they don't count. So you would have to leave and come back if you want to get more than 500, which I don't mind, but I'm asking for 500. Now, here's the thing. You ever heard somebody successful get interviewed and they ask them, though, what did you find out that's different from now in your journey from the beginning? And they say, you know what? I thought the most important thing was this, but I found out the most important thing was that. You ever hear people say that? Or you hear somebody who has a whole lot of money say something like, I found out that having all the money is not the key, because I had all the money, then I realized I wasn't fulfilled, I realized I wasn't happy, I realized I still had these holes in my soul, these holes in my life, these holes in my relationship. So people find out over time what truly matters in their life, maybe when they get to 50 years old, 60 years old. What's up, Nico from Arizona? Or people on their deathbeds. One of the things that I talked about in the scope this morning is that when people who are close to dying get interviewed, people who are closer to dying than they are to being born, they get interviewed, they say, you know, the biggest regret I had was that I didn't have the courage or the guts to be who I actually wanted to be in life. I spent my whole life conforming. And another thing that they say is that I wish I had focused on what truly mattered, which wasn't just being at work all day. It wasn't just making a whole bunch of money. It wasn't getting all this attention. It was spending time with the people that mattered to me the most. What's up, Cardia? Checking in from the Food Network. Shout out to the Food Network. What kind of food you got? I'm actually about to have lunch after this scope. But anyway, focusing on what truly matters, which is being around my friends. Thank you, Deb, for the 500. Being around my family, you know, investing myself into something that actually makes a difference in life besides me just doing anything just to be doing it or doing things for the wrong reasons. So what I'm going to tell you today is how you're going to find what truly matters for you in life. It doesn't matter if you are coming from Yale or if you're coming from jail. Doesn't matter if you're 25 or you're 85. Doesn't matter if you are a book author. Doesn't matter if you're a basketball player. Doesn't matter if you're a public speaker. Don't matter if you're a professional periscoper. It doesn't matter if you repair furniture. Don't matter if you cut grass or collect trash. I'm going to show you how to find out what truly matters to you in life and how to start focusing on those things. Because when you focus on what truly matters, what's going to happen is you're going to notice that, what's up, Eric from NY? You're going to notice that your mind starts to get clear. Because when your mind, any of you ever been in a situation where you were focusing on, you had so many different things you had to do, so many things you were focusing on, not necessarily in one moment, but on a day-to-day basis. There's so many things you could be doing, so many ways you could be dividing your attention that your mind feels cluttered. What's going on, pretty girl, 2119 1219? And you're like, damn, there's so many different things I could focus on. It feels like you got a weight on your shoulders. You can actually feel a physical weight on your shoulders because there's so many different things you're thinking about, so many different things you could focus on. But when you're able to get clarity of focus, when you know exactly what it is you should be paying attention to based on your definition of what matters, not anybody else's, not something you read in a book, but your definition of what matters. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to empower you to figure out your definition, not my definition, but your definition of what matters. What happens is you get clarity of mind. Now your mind has a few things or one thing to completely focus on. So you don't have all these things to pay attention to. Your attention is not diverted. Your energy is not diverted. And what you'll feel is a lighter weight. You'll feel lighter in your mind. You'll feel like you can think a lot clearer. You feel like you can move a lot faster. I'm talking about actually physically moving. What's up, Ryan from Cincinnati from checking in? Let me get 500 hearts, Ryan. I'd appreciate it. So that's what we're going to get to in this here. And I'm going to take questions at the end. What'd you miss so far? Like Mike Young, we talking about, I'm giving you an introduction on finding what truly matters in life and learning how to put your focus directly on that thing that truly matters in life or those things. What's up, Mike from Newark? Thank you, One of Patience. So what we're talking about here is finding what truly matters in life. So all y'all who are on here, please swipe to the right, share. And when I'm saying something good, please give me some hearts. I appreciate the hearts. I think my hearts is right there, but y'all hearts is over there. Oh yeah, over there you see my 2 books, the Mental Handbook, the Mirror Motivation. They're too far away. We got to get those closer. But anyway, let's get right into it. This is how you find what truly matters in life, because a lot of times, especially with social media, just a little bit more into it, especially with social media, we get caught up in stuff that doesn't matter. How much time do we spend looking at social media on stuff that means nothing? How many periscopes do y'all watch on a weekly basis where the person ain't talking about shit, but you just keep watching it because for whatever reason it's entertaining to you or you ain't got nothing to do? How many times a week do you get on Twitter and you see some 2 rappers is dissing each other, and then you start reading about the blog posts about the rappers, you start looking at their Twitter feeds or their Instagram captions to see what they talking about, this rapper, this and that rapper, but how is that helping you in life? How is that going to do anything for you? It's not going to do anything for you, but we find ourselves focusing on those things. How many times do we find ourselves arguing about who got better handles between Kyrie Irving and Stephen Curry? And hey, you may even be a basketball player, but settling that debate and arguing in that argument, how's that actually going to help you become a better player? It's not. We focus so much time on things that don't matter, so much energy on stuff that doesn't matter, that we don't even notice that we're siphoning our time away by doing these things, siphoning away our energy and our focus, because it is limited. There's only a certain amount of energy you have in a day before you need to go to sleep again, so you're wasting it on things that don't matter. So let's get right into it. I've given enough intro. Let's get right into it. Here's the number one thing that you're going to do to start finding your focus in life. First thing is this. You got to ask yourself this. What is the one thing that if I accomplish this one thing today, this week, this month, this year, this lifetime, what is the one thing if I accomplish it in this period of time that it would make everything, and it would make everything a success? It would make my day a success. It would make my month a success. It would make my year a success. It would make my life a success. What's the one thing that I can accomplish that would make this a success? And this is one thing that I talked about in my Getting Over Procrastination stream that I did a couple months back. You must identify what is the most important thing for you to get done. Now, it might be 2 things. It might be 3 things. Now, you said your goals. What are the goals? See, out of those goals, maybe you got 10 goals. They got to be what's the most important goal? If you only got one thing done for the rest of the day today, what would it be that would make this day a success? You like, yo, this day was a good day because I got that one thing done. This week, what's the one thing you can get done this week that you get that done, you like, this week was a success because I got that one thing? What's the one thing you could do in 2016 that you got it done? You like, this year was a success because I did that one thing. Now, you might have 20 goals in 2016. You might have 150 goals. What is the one thing that if you got it done, that will make it a success? Coach Kev says training kids in basketball, but training them how? Like, what's the result? It has to be a result that you can say, all right, I achieved this result, because you probably already train kids. So does that mean you can stop right now and you're a success? Yes or no? If the answer is no, what is it that you want to achieve in it? So you must be clear on what that is. What's the one thing you could achieve today, this week, this month, this year, this lifetime that will make this a success? You have to identify what that is. Step number 2. Step number 2, this is an important one. I know some of y'all probably heard step 1 before, but here's step 2 that you may not have heard. This is it. If everything that you have, everything you achieve, everything that you own, every product you have, every material possession, every person around you, whatever it is, if everything was taken away from you, everything was taken away, and all you were left with was this one thing, fill in the blank, would I be happy? If everything was taken away and I was left with blank, would I be happy? Would I be fulfilled? Would I be successful? So, for example, if everything was taken away and all I was left with was, a YouTube channel, would I be happy? Maybe. If everything was taken away and I was left with, to work on your game, brand name, would I be happy? Maybe. If everything was taken away and all I was left with was my family and friends and the people who care about me, would I be happy? Now I see you getting a different answer. Now I see some people are coming in with those answers. So what is that one thing that if everything else was taken away? And again, you can segment this, ladies and gentlemen. You can segment this into business. So let's just say we only talk about things you have in business. So if everything was taken away and all you were left with was your office space, would that make you happy? Probably not. If all you were left with was your business assets, would that make you happy? If all you were left with were the books that you've written, would that make you happy? So you had to answer that question and segment it. In your relationships, who is the one person in all your relationships that if you were only left with that person, you'd be the most happy? Who is that person? In your business, if you took away everything you've achieved in business and you only had one achievement to your name, what would that one achievement be that would make everything else a success? Answer that question. You look at your physical body, the things you do physically to keep yourself in shape and in good physical being. What is the one thing that if you were left with nothing else but that one thing, what is the one thing you'd be happy about? Is it your muscles? Is it your physical conditioning? Is it the way that you think? Is it the way that you look? Is it your height? What is the most important thing to you? And you got to start making sure that you're putting focus on those things. Those are the things that you must start to focus on. Somebody said, what's the point of answering that question? It's for you to find out what truly matters in life. That's the thing. For you to find out what truly matters in life. You see those books in the back? They too far away. We got to make them closer. Number 3 thing. This is the number 3 thing that people need to think about. We're talking about what truly matters in life. What really matters is this. What do you want your 1-paragraph obituary to say? Your 1-paragraph obituary. Now, I know I've heard people say things like, when you die, do you want people to write an obituary? Do you want them to write to make a documentary? Yes, I get that. I think everybody watching this, we all gonna get documentaries about ourselves. But the question is, y'all know that when people die, usually, depending on, no matter who it is, no matter how great they were, how famous they were, how many things they accomplished, how much money they had, how many people knew their name, eventually your death will be reduced to a single paragraph. Maybe even a single sentence. Now, there might be a great, Notorious B.I.G. They did a parade in the street. They played his music. They made albums about him. They did documentaries about the guy. But eventually, his story is going to become a paragraph. There's some of you right now who all you know about Notorious B.I.G. is a paragraph. All right, now it was a documentary back when he died. It was damn near 20 years ago. Now, the longer time goes on, people move on. What y'all got to understand, I heard 50 Cent say this. He said, you know what your best friends are going to say on the day that you die? The day of your funeral, you know what your best friends are going to say about you? They're going to say, hey, where we going for lunch? They're going to move on. They're going to move on to what's next in life. People are going to, I think Jadakiss said in the song, I forgot how he said it. I got to think of it. He said, you might get missed for maybe 2 or 3 hours till they light they spliffs, which means for 2-3 hours, they're going to mourn you and talk about you and cry about you and pour the liquor out. But eventually life goes on. Eventually people will move on from you. People will move on from where you're at. People will move on from your achievements. People will move on from thinking about you. Your wife going to marry somebody else. Your kids is going to eventually have somebody else to look up to. They're going to become adults of their own and have children of their own. Your fans are going to become fans of somebody else. Your music get replaced by somebody else. Your videos, somebody else is going to come do it in a different way, maybe in a better way. Eventually you will be gone and all memories of you will be deceased. They will be dissipated. They will be perished. What is the 1-paragraph obituary you want for your life? And here's the thing about that. See, in your life, you might do a million things. You might need a whole book to explain your whole life. But eventually, they're going to summarize it down to a single paragraph. What would go in that paragraph? See, if in your paragraph, you can't say, I did basketball, and I had this many girls, and I had this many kids, and I ran this marathon, and I wrote all these books, and I made all these videos, and I ate all this food, and I started this company, that company, that company, and I ran for president, and I started this charity, and I worked with all these people, and I'm from this town, I lived in this town and that town, I traveled the world, and I had all these stamps in my passport. That's too long. That's longer than the paragraph. You got to ask yourself, when they write my 1-paragraph obituary when I'm dead, and that's the only thing people remember about me, what do I want that paragraph to say? What you do is that, I'm not saying that you're about to die. What you do is you write that paragraph now. What is that paragraph? What does it say about you? What do you want the world to know about you if you can only reduce it to a paragraph, which is, let's say, 5 sentences? You only can write 5 sentences about yourself. What do you want people to know? Write that down, and then you start focusing your life on making that paragraph become the reality. It might not be the reality right now, but now since you're doing it, since you're reverse engineering what your life is going to be, now you can start living your life to make that paragraph be the truth. Everybody understand that? Any questions? Let me take questions now. Could I dab one time? That makes sense. What if I don't know? Well, that's the thing. That's a challenge for you to think about it and figure it out. So take 30 minutes, take 60 minutes, turn the radio off, turn your phone off, turn the TV off, and focus on answering those questions for yourself. That's the reason why the person who asked that question, the reason why most people don't have focus, the reason they don't know what matters to them, they never get what they want in life because they never sit and think about what it is and never think about what matters. They never think about what they need to focus on. They never think about what they want, so they never get it because they never sat and thought about it. So your challenge through what I'm saying in this video is for you to sit and actually think about what is it that I actually want out of my life. And once you're able to answer that question, now you'll know exactly what you need to do. So it's be, do, have, right? So first thing, you got to be a person who knows what you want. Second, you do the things, and the last, you have them. You ever have days when you couldn't practice because of the pressure to practice? What do you mean? People talking about the slam dunk contest. Any questions that I can take about the topic that we're talking about here? Focusing on what truly matters in life, finding your focus. Exactly. Thoughts become things. But the first thing is people got to think. People don't get things because they don't think. That's the thing. The pressure of making it, no, that hasn't happened to me before. All you need to do is focus on what truly matters. What do you want the obituary to say? Focus on that. Focus on that instead of focusing on the pressure, because pressure only comes from the outside, what you think that other people think about you. What are the tips? Number one, if I could only accomplish one thing today, this week, this month, this year, this life, what would it be? Number two, if everything was taken away and I was left with one thing, what would make me happy? What's the one thing that would make me happy? Number three, what's my one paragraph obituary? Can you put your focus on multiple things? Yeah, it might be more than one thing that matters to you, but you need to get clear on exactly what it is. You should be able to say it off the top of your head. If somebody asks you, what's the thing that matters to you? You should be able to say, boom, boom, boom. 3 things, 1 thing, 2 things, whatever it is. I want my life to be successful in basketball, known as a great person. All right, you need to write that down. The next step to all that is write it down, and you need to read it to yourself every single day. Every single day, read it to yourself out loud. What tips would I give you about what? Is patience the key to keep going? Well, that's something that you'll have to answer for yourself. Is patience the key? Try some patience and see what happens. Try some impatience and see what happens. There are many things. Patience is important. Energy is important. Sometimes it's important to act. Sometimes it's important to wait. So in different situations, sometimes patience is good. Sometimes patience is bad. So you have to learn. The only way you're going to learn is through experience. You can listen to other people. You can read the books. You can read the tweets. You can watch the videos, follow the documentaries. But eventually you must do things so that you learn. You notice that the people who have the most knowledge, the most value are people who had the most experience. They did things. You understand? You had to do things to get the experience to know. There's only so much you can learn from listening and reading and watching. You had to go do things and learn what works for you. It's not the same thing for everybody. What do I want to be left after I pass? What's my obituary? Well, you're going to see. You're going to see. I know what mine is, but that's why I put this out here to share with other people, to put themselves in this frame of mind. This is something that I coach people on, I consult people on, and I write books about these exact things. What's going on? Joshua R. Music. Can I take any other questions? This is DreAllDay. Y'all talking to right now. I drink water loud. No, it's because I got a microphone on. I got the mic on. I just got done recording a couple episodes. That's why it's so loud. How do you know you want to play basketball with all the negatives around you? Well, it's something that you have to answer to yourself. Good afternoon to you too. I didn't see that name. I feel you. It's hard. Well, thank you. Who is that? Lil Mama 29115. How you doing? Y'all can hear me drinking the water just because I got a microphone. I'm mic'd up today. You're asking me what? What's the question? State the question again so that I know what you're saying. Where you checking in from, Lil Mama? What drives you to be the best? I got a video on YouTube talking about that. Look at my weekly motivation series. I got almost 300 weekly motivation videos on YouTube amongst the 4,000 I got published. If you look at that playlist, you'll see I got, I think, number 200. I talked about what's your why. Get my best Amazon review you're going to get a week or two ago. Let me check. I got to check. Do you need a business degree to open a business? Hell no. You don't need a business. You can start a business without even going to college. So no, you don't need a business degree. Las Olas Beats. What's up, Las Olas Beats? My YouTube name is DREUPT, or just look up my name, Dre Baldwin. That's easier. Keep up with your hoop dreams when there were opportunities around you. When there were no opportunities, is that what you meant to say? When there were no opportunities, if that's the question, then what you do is create opportunities. So you can't sit around and wait for there to be opportunities around you. You have to go create opportunities for yourself. And when it comes to playing basketball, I've written so much. I've written so extensively about that. Email me that testimonial. Dre@DreAllDay.com. I've written very extensively about creating opportunities in basketball in high school, college, and the pros. There's a certain time limit on promoting a product that you keep going because you believe in it. Well, if you believe in it, then why would you put a time limit on something that you believe in? It's possible to be a trainer just making YouTube videos. Of course, my guy, Big Brandon Carter, he's a trainer. I mean, he trains people in person, but he makes videos too. But he does other things. He does a bunch of things in addition to that. You should look him up and see what he's doing. Send him an email or something. He'll probably tell you what he's doing. I'm going to pull up the Amazon reviews. You feel like you're talking to a celebrity. You are talking to a celebrity. I'm a Periscope celebrity. Which book was it that you left a review on? Because I got a bunch of different books here. So you see Mental Handbook, you see the Mirror Motivation, you see the Super You, you see the Instagram Philosophy, you see Dre Philosophy Volume 0. So I'm looking for, and you got the Overseas Basketball Blueprint down here too. Mirror Motivation. All right, I'm going to pull up the reviews right now. I'm going to see the review that you left. Is your dad's birthday? How old is he? Is my first book still free? Yes, it is. DreAllDay.com. Go to my website. There's a pop-up that'll come up for the book. Put your name in there and we'll send you the book. All right, so we're pulling up the reviews for the Mirror Motivation. So this is one of my books. So a self-discipline motivation book called The Mirror of Motivation. You see we got 5-star average reviews on this book. Now I'm about to go look at the reviews here. You said this is the best, so I got I got 1 4-star review, and I got all the rest is 5-star reviews. So am I happy with life right now? Is this what you wanted? Yes, I'm always happy. I'm always getting better too. All right, so I'm looking at the reviews. You said you left it last week, so I'm just looking at the dates of the reviews. January, June, November. I don't see any reviews in the month of February. I think the last one was in January. You're going to buy this book, Mirror Motivation, $9.99. You can get let me actually make sure I got the price right. You get $12.99 the physical copy if you want a physical book. I see a lot of people like physical books, but if you want the digital, it's $9.99. You can get it on Amazon.com right now. You left a couple weeks ago. All right. What was the title of your review? I'm trying to find it. August, December, November, October. Here's January. Here's another January. Here's June. All right, I see a January. Laymore Mason, is that you? You'll get the digital book? All right, cool. You can also get that on, we got it on iBooks too. So if you like iBooks, my best book, I mean, all of my books are the best books, but I'll just go off of my reviews. Just going off the reviews I get on Amazon, the best book would have to be The Mental Handbook. It has the most reviews. They all 5-star. All my books have all 5-star ratings. So the Super You, which is about confidence, is all 5 stars. Mirror Motivation is 5 stars. Mental Handbook's 5 stars. Overseas Basketball Blueprint, 5 stars. I didn't see all those comments because you see I'm looking at Amazon. So here it is. Mental Handbook, 5 stars. Mirror Motivation, 5 stars. The Super You, this is about confidence, 5 stars. Overseas Basketball Blueprint, 5 stars. So all of them. But the one that has the most reviews would be the Mental Handbook, which is actually that book. Y'all see that book right there? That's the Mental Handbook. Man, Barnes & Noble's, I ain't in Barnes & Noble's because that would require me having like distribution deal. I don't have a distribution deal. I am the distribution deal. All right, you'll find it. All right, there it is. This is the Mental Handbook. 17 5-star reviews on Amazon right now. How many hours do I read a day? At least 1 hour. At least 1 hour a day. You read all of them? Oh yeah, definitely. Please leave me reviews. Turning my feet when shooting. If it works for you, does it make you go in? I need to get some sweatsuits on the website. Well, we got the hoodies. We got the shirts. We don't have the bottoms though. I'm trying to focus on your purpose. How do you cut out all the unnecessary distractions? By following the steps that I just said. Follow the steps that I said. Watch the stream again. It'll be on YouTube, and you got 24 hours to watch it here. So this is Amazon. If you want physical copies, we got these in physical too. So we got the paperback. So you see right here where it says, I don't know if y'all can see it. See where it says paperback? You can get a paperback or you can get digital. So it's $12.99 paperback, $9.99 digital. Work on your game shirts. We got them. We already got them. Joshua R. Music, we got WOYFG shirts. We got them at hoophandbook.com. We're working on getting that stuff on. Probably going to put it on DreAllDay so more people will see it. There's more people coming to DreAllDay. But we do have those. If you go to hoophandbook.com/merchandise, not slash merchandise, hoophandbook.com, click on the merchandise link, you'll see it. And there's some people left questions that I didn't see, so post those again. Oh, shorts? Oh yeah, we ain't got shorts yet. We need distribution. We got to get a distribution deal. All right, so we'll work on the shorts. We got to see, first of all, there got to be a market for it. How many people will buy a pair of shorts? Because shorts ain't cheap. Like a good quality short's going to cost you like $40. Did I move to Florida for better opportunities? Yeah, I moved to Florida for the better opportunity of good weather because it's like 85 degrees right now, no joke. That's the opportunity I moved here for. Y'all would? You will buy the shorts? Okay. But really, I was playing ball. When I got out of college, I was playing basketball professionally, and I knew that playing ball, I was playing overseas. So it didn't really matter where I lived in the USA because you fly over there to play. So you can live anywhere. And the business that I do now, I can live anywhere. But it was good that I live in South Florida because that's how I was able to connect with Grant Cardone and the Grant Cardone Enterprises. That's how I got my show on that network. Good meditation tips. I got a video on YouTube about meditation. Work on your GA.me is my channel. Years of knowledge compiled in the days of reading. All right, bet. I'm pulling it up right now. So I'm pulling up this review. The Latina women in Florida. Yeah, I mean, there's Latina women everywhere, but yeah, there are Latina women in Florida, definitely. That wasn't the reason I moved here. Right here. Steph Funny, why you're a Latina woman in Florida? You know what? Your review is not even showing up. That review that you said, years of work compiled into on a Mirror Motivation. Yeah, it's not here. You know what? Sometimes Amazon holds reviews and they don't always publish the review. So I know I got some reviews that's not published, but that review is not on here. If that's the mirror motivation you're talking about, unless you left it on the mental handbook, let me check. How do I feel when Dave Chappelle got his reasons to turn down the 50 mil? I don't even remember what his reason was, so I can't even tell you how I feel. What do I sell? I sell books. Those two are my books right there, the mirror motivation and the mental handbook. I sell confidence tips. I sell coaching and consulting. I sell attention. Really, that's the number one thing I sell is attention. I get people to pay attention to what I'm saying, and if you happen to like the message and you want to know more, then you go buy my books, you sign up for my programs, you hire me as a coach or consultant. That's what I do. That's the main thing that I sell. And people hire me to come speak at their events. I think I'm gonna do a keynote, 2 keynotes this June on the West Coast down in Santa Monica in LA on the mirror motivation. Yeah, I don't see it. They didn't show it. I have no idea why it's not on here, but it's not showing. Can you get it on Amazon? Absolutely. DreAllDay.com/Amazon. Or just go to Amazon and look up my name. My name is Dre, D-R-E, last name Baldwin, B-A-L-D-W-I-N. And the books are, I'm showing y'all right now. That's why I got this on here. All my books on Amazon are right here. Here's on the side, you see the books. Let me see if I can pull that up. On the side, you see those books on the side? Just look up my name, Dre Baldwin, my author page. I pull up my author page so you can see it. It's an easier way to look at it. Did I vision I would be here 5 years ago? Absolutely. Absolutely. I visioned I'd be here 20 years ago, not 5 years ago, 20 years ago. And we're trying to get this, we're still trying to get Dre Philosophy Volume 0 into a physical format. Amazon been giving me trouble with this, but we're going to get it right. We're going to get it right very soon. Buy a Game is my first book. This is my first book. This got 14 reviews, and I get this away for free, so people still give me positive reviews. So, oh, no doubt, Coach Kev. If you read Buy a Game, my book that I give out for free on my website, go to Amazon and leave a review on the book. You don't have to have bought it from Amazon to leave me a review, but Amazon is a place where the most book reviews happen. Is the biggest bookstore in the world. So the more positive reviews I get on Amazon, the better. That'll help more people come get the books, get the knowledge, get the empowerment, get the information. So if you read Buy a Game, even if you got it for free, a PDF, go to Amazon and leave me a review. I'd appreciate it. Think and Grow Rich, great book. Napoleon Hill, great author. Do I spend time every day? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Do I believe in overtraining? What do you mean by that? Do I believe in it like you should do it? Shows me on the app. Review is on the 7th of February. Damn, Amazon. All right, well, maybe they're just not showing it to me right here. But for whatever reason, it's not showing. But if you left it, I think it eventually it will surface. So if you left me a review on Amazon, I appreciate you for doing that. So what I'm about to pull up here, I'm just trying to show y'all my author page on Amazon so y'all know where to find me. Can I take any other questions where we're talking about focusing on what truly matters in life? Yes, I have read that book, Richest Man in Babylon. The best conditioning drill. Have you played basketball before? Have you played on a basketball team before? I'm asking that question before I answer. Like, it can hurt people's game if they overtrain. Well, if you think that, then why are you asking? What are you asking? What's the question that you're asking me? If you already have your... Okay, so sprints. So if you played basketball before, this is my author page on Amazon. So if y'all want to read a little bit about me, see all my books that I already told you about, they're right there on Amazon. That's DreAllDay.com/Amazon. And you'll see my blog posts are on there. My books are on there with the reviews. Obviously, all my reviews not showing for some reason. I don't know why. If you played basketball before, ask yourself, what was the best drill that the coach made you do that got you in shape, and then do that. Have I gotten bored of a book and then put it down? Not recently, because I get all my books recommended from a book that I was already reading or something I hear somebody talk about, and then I read it. No doubt. Thank you, JDFO. Have you ever lost focus? If so, how do you get back on track? By doing what I just talked about in this stream. Ask yourself what truly matters. If there's one thing you could achieve, what would it be? If you only have one thing left that would make you happy, what is it? And then get rid of everything else. Don't focus on anything else. No, I don't know who that is. Who is that? Is he an author? A basketball player? Who is that person you asked me about? I'm going to take one more question and I'm wrapping up. You watched my vids since 2007? That's what's up. Shout out to people who've been watching since 2007. I appreciate you, Eric. Where are you checking in from? Can I take one more question? Anybody got a question? Go ahead and post it. If not, we're going to wrap it up now. This is Dre Baldwin you talking about. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's going to be in the NBA? That's what's up. Congrats to him. Click the link in my bio that takes you to my new program. It is called Bulletproof Mindset. Bulletproof Mindset. That course is starting on April 1st. It is in pre-registration $49 until March 1st. On March 1st, it goes up to $99, and on April 1st, it'll be $149 in perpetuity. That is a course called Bulletproof Mindset. You want to get your mind right, get your focus right, get your confidence set, get your goals, your ambitions, and your activity all aligned in the same direction, getting rid of distractions, staying out of focus of negativity, focusing only on what you want, what's positive, what matters in your life. Sign up for that course, Bulletproof Mindset, 8-week course. Will be completely online, video, written, all that stuff together. Bulletproof Mindset, DreAllDay.com/bulletproof. Any of y'all want to reach me? I'm on Snapchat at Dre Baldwin, Instagram Dre Baldwin, my Twitter's DreAllDay. We already here on Periscope. If you watch me for the first time on Periscope, I think you already know you need to be following me. I think my content that I've shared right here has made that very clear. If you want something to read, go to DreAllDay.com/Amazon and get one of them books. They're kind of far away right now, but get one of those books, the Mental Handbook, the Mirror Motivation, the Super You, Overseas Basketball Blueprint, Dre Philosophy Volume 0, the Instant Philosopher, and Buy a Game. 7 books. When do you sign up? You need to sign up right now. Click the link in the bio. That price will go up on March 1st. So you have until February 29th to sign up, and then that price is going up. And I need a certain number of people to pre-register in order for me to make the course. If enough people don't sign up, then I'm not going to do it, because that means people don't really want it. So sign up if you want it, if you want to get it at the best price. That's it. That's all. Y'all know where to catch me on Snapchat at Dre Baldwin. That's where I'll be the rest of the day. Probably work on your game. DreAllDay.com. Make sure you get my first book, Buy a Game. It is free. Click the link right here below in the video description. I'm on all your favorite social media platforms: Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Periscope. All the links are right down here below. Is either Dre Baldwin or DreAllDay on each one of those sites. And make sure you are subscribed. Hit that subscribe button down there and the thumbs up like button. Subscribe so you catch all the new content. I work on your game. Dre all day.